Welcome this morning, Nelly Korda. Nelly will be making her 7th U.S. Women's Open appearance this week, with her first coming in 2013 at the age of 14. Nelly, we've heard a lot about the course. A lot of people saying it's tough, but great. Give us your first reactions.
I just think it's such a U.S. Open golf course. Tight fairways, high rough, small greens. I mean, it's going to be a shot-making golf course, and I can't wait to get it started on Thursday.
Talk to us a little bit about your feelings about the U.S. Open, why you love this week so much.
I think it's just because this is where my love for the game grew. As you said, this is my 7th U.S. Open. I played in my first one when I was 14, and every single time I walk on the range or walk on the golf course at a U.S. Open, it just gives me a feeling inside that I love.
Amy?
You didn't play last week at the match play. How do you make decisions of what events you do choose to play and how you prepare for majors?
Usually just sit down with my team, but when you think about a match play and you look at the schedule, you know that if you hopefully you do make it to the weekend, you could be possibly playing 36 holes in Vegas where it's really hot. So, all you want to do is be prepared going into the US Open, and I just thought playing Vegas, unfortunately, it's such a cool event, and I wish I could have played it, but I was just focusing on being prepared for this week.
Can you kind of talk me through the preparations for this week? What did that look like?
Well, here or at home?
Both.
I took a day or two to relax, and then got to work with my coach and my trainer and just made sure my body was 100% coming into this week.
What's it like being the sister of an ATP winner?
Feels good. I get referred to as Peter Korda's daughter and Jessica Korda's little sister, and I'm going to be referred to as Sebastian Korda's little sister.
You were watching, I take it?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I pretty much watched every round. It was amazing. He played really well, and I'm super happy for him.
And we were talking to Jessica a little bit earlier about, there's got to be a family dynamic where you guys feed off of each other. How nice is it now to have Sebi as a winner as well?
Yeah, I mean, since kind of last year, I don't know what happened, but he trained so hard during the shutdown of COVID when it first happened, and he came out and he just started really balling out. He played really well. He put in so much work, and to just see that is pretty inspiring. I mean, Jess is playing really well this year too. We all have a win, which is cool. So I guess in a way we are feeding off each other, but we know it's an individual sport, and at the end of the day, everyone carves their own path.
Yeah, how would you characterize the rough here, and what kind of clubs are you able to hit out of it?
Thick. I don't know. I mean, it's definitely going to be about hitting fairways. The greens are small, so if you miss a fairway, it's highly unlikely that you're going to have a nice shot into the green, because even around the greens, the rough is really thick, and it's going to be difficult because the greens, because I feel like it's on a side of a hill, so every hole is like this. So the greens are really fast when it goes downhill.
Ron?
Steve asked you about your brother. I'm curious how much you and your sister feed off each other, and what's it going to be like to play in the same group in a major? I mean, is that loosen the atmosphere a little bit, or is it just business as usual, or what's that going to be like?
It'll be easier for my parents. I think the first thing my dad was like, yes, I just get to walk 18 holes.
Exactly what you said.
Yeah. It'll be nice. I mean, we do feed off each other, but at the end of the day, if I'm struggling, she's right there. I can always lean on her and vice versa.
And excuse me if you've answered this often over the years, but how much growing up did her interest in golf sort of guide you that way? Of course, what was the dynamic like when you guys were younger?
For sure. I mean, honestly, growing up, I spent a lot of time with my brother, because I think Jess's rookie year was 2011, and I didn't really see her that much when I was in my teens. But obviously seeing her on tour and excelling was definitely motivating for me.
Karen?
Nelly, what is the dynamic like for you to always be, to be your dad's daughter or your brother's sister or your sister's sister? Are you fine with that, or is there ever a part of you that says, I want them to be known as Nelly's, father, sister, brother?
I think it's cool. That just means that they're doing well, and hopefully, they're referred to as Nelly Korda's big or little sister too. I don't really think about it too much, no. I just think you know, I just hope that they do well, and I hope they excel at anything they put their mind to.
God.
Nelly, one thing not on the extensive quarter resume is a major victory. How much is that an emphasis for you guys? How much do you talk about it? And what are the things that you've analyzed about getting over the major hump?
Well, there actually is a major on a quarter resume. It's my dad.
Well,
I mean, yeah, it's definitely number one goal of ours to contend in majors and to eventually, you know, lift a trophy. But it's all about preparation, and it's all about the mindset going into the week and not putting so much pressure on yourself, because I feel like when you put so much pressure on that one event, you kind of lose like the joy of actually being able to play an amazing golf course and just having fun, because that's the most important thing, is just having fun, having a good time out there. And I think good golf will always solve the issues.
have you felt like you had to change your approach a little bit from when you started playing them to now?
I think every single time you tee it up in a major or you contend, you learn more about yourself and how to handle a situation differently.
Thank you.
Yeah, there's a chance all three of you will be in Japan for the Olympics. How much? Your sister said she doesn't look at rankings that much, but how much is that on your mind, and how special would that be if you were all there?
I mean, it would be amazing. It would be an amazing opportunity to rep our country, but same as Jess, I don't really look at it too much. Right now, I'm just focusing on this week and see where that takes me.
Thanks, Nelly. Good luck
Thank
with
you.